is going on, family? We are back with our good friend Cherokee today, the Peekaboo Queen herself. She has decided that we are going to check out another video from Dan Vasc today. And we're just going to make a special shout out to our man, Sugar Free Sam. He be fucking with heavy with the Dan Vasc as well. And yeah, we're going to check out the Jesus Christ Superstar video because we had just checked out another video of another artist doing the same song that was pretty miraculous. And they said, whoa, 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 Johnny, if you think that this was great, you should also, not that it's better or comparable, but if you liked, you should also check out the Dan Vasc cover, you know? So we're here today. Shout out to Peekaboo. Jesus Christ Superstar cover. Gethsemane. I know how to pronounce that because I was raised and had to hear it, baby. Had to hear it. So if there's one word I know how to pronounce, it's a word from the Bible.
I only want to say, if there is a way, take this cup away from me, for I don't want to taste its poison. Feel it burn me. I have changed. I'm not as sure as when we started. Then I was inspired. Now I'm sad and tired. Listen, surely I've exceeded expectations. Tried for 3 years, feels like 30. Could you ask as much from any other man? But if I die, see the saga through and do the things you asked of me. Let them hate me, hurt me, nail me to the tree. I want to know, my God. Want to know, my God. Want to see, my God. Want to see, my God. Why I should die? Would I be more honest than I ever was before? Would the things I've said and done matter anymore? I have to know, my Lord. I have to know, my Lord. I have to see, my Lord.
I know this is very random for me to think of, but he's Brazilian, right? So when did he learn to speak English? One, like how old was he? Because I know you guys know out here in the world. When did he learn to speak English? And two, was it based on these songs that he listened to? Because I feel like some of y'all told me in some of the comments before about how, like, especially like the bands that he's listened to and the inspirations that he's drawn from. Is that how he learned how to speak English? You know what I mean? Was it like from these vocal performances? Because like one thing I obviously I think is very like apparent about him is that he's very like theatrical. You know, like for these video, like every video that he does, like he almost like it's almost like it's like a audition tape for some sort of play or something. You know what I mean? And I know this song comes particularly from a play, but it very much fits in his wheelhouse of him being like a very like theatrical performer. And obviously in a song like this is made for the theater. So I feel like, again, it's very much like his bag that way. But is this how he learned to speak English? Because I know like some people like that's like their story, right? Like I remember like one of my old bosses, he talked about that's how he learned to speak English was from watching Saturday morning cartoons. Was a lot of how he learned how to speak English when he was like when he had first came to the States. that's how he learned, was watching Saturday morning cartoons. And I'm like, for someone like him, I could see him be like, oh, I learned English from like you know, a specific band or a specific handful of bands, like, and doing covers of their songs this way. Because we were doing a different song earlier on the stream that was talking about that was like this younger kid who, like, the hair metal scene was not lost on most of the world, man. Like, I feel like it had just, like, when it like touches, when the sun touches that certain individual, like, they fall like in love with it, man, no matter how far from it they are, right? So it's like a lot of times, like, definitely English is not a first language, but you fall in love with this English thing, you know what I mean, or this thing that comes from English speaking places. And I feel like, you know, especially with someone like him, right, it's been very much influenced by things like metal music from a certain time frame. And it just seems like very, like, honestly, this particular song and this particular cover, like, what made him, like, want to do this? I'm just very curious of, like, the selection of, like, of the guy that does, like, all this, like, opera, theatric, like, stuff, like, all the, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like he touches it all, man. Because, like, he did, like, Phantom of the Opera, Beauty of the Beast. Like, you know, it's just like, how did this even happen? How does he pick those things? How does this come across his radar? Because it's like, I try to put myself in the position of the shoes of, like, the opposite, right? It's like if I, as, like, this English speaking person, was doing, like, all of these things that were just, like, in, like, crazy popular of bunch of different, like, niche things when it comes to, like, Brazilian culture. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like a lot of people, like, especially like in America, don't think about the perspective of, like, how much random things like this, like our movies and music and plays, have hit so much of the world in so many of the ways that it has. In places where, like, you know, again, you have to, like, learn a whole different language to even understand what the fuck they're talking about in so many ways. And in like this particular thing, it just seemed, well, I mean, I guess they are very much like a very, like, Christian society in Brazil. I don't know. Is that their main religion out there? Catholicism, right? So yeah, so Jesus Christ would be a part of Catholicism. That makes sense. I'm just thinking all this out in my brain. This is the review that we're getting today, man. Cherokee, I don't know this is what you were looking for, bro, but this is where my brain was going today.
See my Lord, I have to see my Lord. If I die, what would be my reward? If I die, what would be my reward? Have to know, I have to know my Lord. Have to know, I have to know my Lord. Why should I die?
He just, like, anytime, that's what it is. Of, like, if you can find a song that has a moment like this, that's what he's looking for.
To know my Lord. Why should I die? Why should I die? Can you show me now that I won't be killed in vain? Show me just a little of your omnipresent brain. Show me there's a reason for you wanting me to die. You're far too keen of women, how, but not too hard on why. Alright, I will die. Just watch me die. See how I die. See how I die. I was inspired. Now I'm sad and tired. After all I've tried for 3 years, seems like 90. Why then I'm scared to finish what I've started. What you started, I didn't start it. God, thy will is hard, but you hold every card. I will drink your cup of poison. Nail me to your cross and break me. Bleed me, beat me, kill me. Take me now before I change my mind.
Well, in typical Dan Vasc fashion, he found his moment where he could do his, I don't even know what they call it, the Dan Vasc scream, you know? I feel like that's what we're all waiting for. But each song that he does. Let's see what some of these comments are here saying today. Good God, man. You could sing the freaking phone book and it make it sound incredible. You, sir, have a huge new fan here. This 68-year-old is in awe. Truly one of the most magnificent voices in the world today. Thank you, Dan. Left me speechless in tears. I'm 63 years old. I'm so baffled right now. There has never been an artist that moves me more deeply, period. I am 75 years old. Oh my God. A far cry from the cute 20-year-old who, see, don't be calling him cute. I don't like that. Don't be talking about his appearance like that. 20-year-old who looked at his feet while staring his beautiful voice, now a confident, madly talented, powerful presence. Bravo. We didn't need to add the cute part. You sexualized him. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Don't be sexualizing people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? A God-given gift. A God-given gift used to give us God. Did I read that right? A God-given gift used to give us God. Thank you. That was a tongue twister. Another 64-year-old. Is only people in their 60s and 70s like Jesus Christ Superstar? Or is they just Dan Vasc fans? Why does everybody feel the need to say their age? That's the other thing I'm trying to figure out too. I'm just curious. Oh my God, I have been a Jesus Christ Superstar since the 70s. No one has, see, this one didn't say their age, but he said that he'd been a fan since his time frame, right? So that makes sense why he's putting it there. Just saying that you're 75 doesn't necessarily mean that you've been listening to this song since the 70s. You know what I mean? So I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know. That calling him a cute 20-year-old really bothered me. I just didn't appreciate that. I don't think Dan liked it either, man. I don't think Dan liked it either. Anyway, you know what I did like though? Was Cherokee throwing this one on the list for us today. I appreciate you, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the great wide world. And I think that's all I got, friends. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Podshot family, there's always room for you.